Welcome travelers to Adventures in Security. In this video, we explore how to ensure visibility into inbound and outbound TLS traffic that can contain indicators of compromise and attack, and help detect and respond to data loss events. The script for this video is available as a study guide at the link provided in the video description. If you like what you see, please remember to give us a thumbs up and subscribe so you don't miss future content. Accessing sensitive information over the internet or over an organization's network exposes this data in transit to various types of attacks. TLS 1.3 provides protection by encrypting data in transit, including login information. However, threat actors also use it to hide their activities and the data they steal. Cybersecurity teams must be able to see into TLS traffic to understand who and what are accessing their information resources. This video explores TLS at a high level and provides a look at how to configure networks to enable complete monitoring and filtering of traffic, both ingress and egress. This video assumes that you already understand the details of TLS operation. If you do not, I recommend watching my video on asymmetric encryption for a detailed look at how we use TLS to secure data in transit. The link to this video is available in the video description. TLS, i.e., Transport Layer Security, particularly in its latest version, TLS 1.3, is a cryptographic protocol designed to enhance the privacy and security of Internet communications. However, while it offers stronger encryption and better protection against cyber attacks, it also obfuscates information that cybersecurity professionals rely on to detect, analyze, and respond to indicators of attack, IOA, and indicators of compromise, or IOC. This creates a paradox, a more secure communication protocol reducing the visibility needed to maintain overall cybersecurity. TLS obfuscates information primarily through encryption, which hides the content and metadata of network traffic. In older versions, such as TLS 1.2, certain elements of the protocol, like the handshake process, were visible in plain text, allowing security tools to analyze critical details, including server certificates, cipher suite negotiations, and the server name indication, or SNI, which identifies the domain a client is connecting to. In TLS 1.3, these components are encrypted during the handshake, preventing security appliances from inspecting or analyzing them. For example, server certificates, once visible and crucial for detecting fraudulent sites, are now hidden unless directly accessed at the endpoint. Another key feature of TLS 1.3 that hinders visibility is the enforcement of perfect forward secrecy, or PFS. This cryptographic principle ensures that every session uses a unique ephemeral key for encryption, and these keys are discarded after the session ends. While PFS is highly beneficial for preventing retrospective decryption of data, it eliminates the possibility of using static keys to decrypt captured traffic for analysis. Cybersecurity professionals lose the ability to inspect encrypted sessions, even if the server's private key is compromised, posing a significant challenge when investigating historical traffic for forensic purposes, as even advanced decryption methods become ineffective. TLS also hinders deep packet inspection, DPI, a technique used by many security tools to examine the content of network traffic for malicious patterns or payloads. With encrypted traffic, the actual data payload is inaccessible, leaving only high-level metadata such as IP addresses, packet sizes, and timing patterns for analysis. This lack of visibility means that sophisticated malware or command and control traffic embedded within TLS encrypted communications can bypass traditional detection mechanisms. Threat actors exploit this by hiding their activities in encrypted channels, knowing they are less likely to be detected. IOCs, such as malicious URLs, embedded command strings, or known file hashes, are often embedded within network traffic. Before TLS 1.3, security tools could extract and match these IOCs to known threat signatures. However, with encryption, these IOCs are obscured, forcing security teams to rely on endpoint monitoring or heuristic analysis, which is often less efficient and more prone to false positives or negatives. Similarly, IOAs, which reflect patterns of malicious behavior, such as unusual API calls or protocol misuse, are also harder to identify when the specifics of traffic are encrypted. The challenges introduced by TLS encryption extend to the use of behavioral analysis. While analyzing metadata like traffic timing, packet size, or connection frequency can provide clues about malicious activity, it lacks the granularity of content inspection. For example, distinguishing legitimate HTTPS traffic from encrypted exfiltration by malware can be nearly impossible based on metadata alone. Moreover, advanced attackers can mimic legitimate traffic patterns, further complicating detection. Cybersecurity professionals have developed various tools and techniques to regain visibility into TLS 1.3 traffic while adhering to its encryption standards. Although TLS 1.3 enhances privacy by design, certain methods can provide insights into encrypted communications without violating the protocol's principles, including interception through trusted proxies, endpoint decryption and monitoring, encrypted traffic analysis, cloud service provider collaboration, and session key sharing. Proxies are commonly used to ensure transparency in ingress and egress TLS traffic by acting as intermediaries between clients and servers, enabling inspection, monitoring, and control of encrypted communications. By deploying a proxy, organizations can decrypt, inspect, and re-encrypt TLS traffic, allowing cybersecurity teams to identify threats, enforce policies, and maintain visibility into data flows without compromising the overall encryption process. A proxy intercepts TLS traffic from a client, ingress, or server, egress, and performs the following operations. 1. The proxy presents its own certificate to the client during the handshake, effectively masquerading as the intended server. To facilitate this, organizations typically deploy a Trusted Root Certificate Authority, the CA, on client devices, which allows the proxy to generate certificates dynamically for each intercepted connection. 2. Once the TLS connection is established between the client and the proxy decrypts the traffic for inspection. 3. After inspecting the traffic, the proxy re-encrypts it with a separate TLS session and forwards it to the intended destination, for ingress traffic, or the client, for egress traffic. The process is seamless for the user and provides cybersecurity teams with full visibility into the decrypted traffic. This setup ensures that both ingress, incoming, and egress, outgoing traffic, is monitored and controlled without disrupting user experience. For instance, data exfiltration attempts, such as unauthorized uploads to cloud storage services, can be detected and blocked. Similarly, phishing attempts or malicious file downloads can be intercepted before they reach the user's device. Proxies require careful implementation to avoid operational or security issues. Deploying trusted root certificates is critical, as improper configuration can result in certificate errors or leave systems vulnerable to misuse. Additionally, proxies may introduce latency due to decryption and re-encryption processes, and organizations must balance visibility with user privacy to remain compliant with legal and ethical standards. Now, let's look at another solution: endpoint-based decryption and monitoring. Since TLS encryption occurs at the endpoints, inspecting traffic directly on the client or server allows access to plaintext data before it is encrypted or after it is decrypted. Endpoint detection and response (EDR) tools and host-based intrusion detection systems (HIDS) can monitor processes, detect malicious activities, and analyze communication patterns. These tools are particularly useful for spotting indicators of attack (IOAs) and indicators of compromise (IOCs) embedded in traffic or application behavior. However, this method requires extensive endpoint coverage and can become resource-intensive, especially in large organizations with distributed environments. Encrypted traffic analysis (ETA) is another emerging solution that focuses on analyzing metadata and flow characteristics rather than decrypting traffic. By examining patterns such as packet size, timing, and destination addresses, ETA tools can infer potential threats, such as data exfiltration or command and control (C2) communications, even within encrypted sessions. Machine learning and artificial intelligence algorithms are often used to identify deviations from normal traffic behavior and flag them for further investigation. While ETA does not provide full visibility into traffic content, it offers a privacy-preserving way to detect anomalies and suspicious activities. Despite its strengths, ETA has limitations. It relies on indirect indicators and lacks the granularity of direct content inspection, making it prone to false positives or negatives in certain cases. Sophisticated attackers can mimic legitimate traffic patterns to evade detection, and some benign activities may resemble malicious behavior, leading to misclassification. However, when used in conjunction with other security measures, such as endpoint monitoring and sandboxing, ETA serves as a valuable layer of defense in identifying indicators of attack and compromise within encrypted traffic. It provides a privacy-preserving approach to threat detection while adapting to the challenges posed by modern encryption standards like TLS 1.3. Another approach, collaboration with cloud and service providers, is another practical strategy for gaining access to TLS 1.3 traffic data. Many cloud platforms and managed service providers offer logs, telemetry, or API-based insights into encrypted communications within their ecosystems. These insights can help identify malicious domains, unauthorized access attempts, or other threats. For instance, providers may share visibility into traffic destined for their infrastructure while maintaining encryption integrity, enabling cybersecurity teams to investigate IOCs and IOAs without directly decrypting traffic. In environments where more granular visibility is required, organizations may use session key sharing techniques. This involves securely sharing ephemeral session keys generated during TLS handshakes with security appliances that need access to plaintext traffic. This method respects the encryption's integrity, while allowing specific tools to inspect the traffic. However, it requires close coordination with application and server teams and introduces operational complexity. Let's walk through how this works. First, when an employee's device initiates a TLS connection with a cloud service, the client and server negotiate the cryptographic parameters and generate a session key during the handshake process. Next, the corporate network is configured to include a key-sharing mechanism between the server or client and a trusted security appliance. For instance, if the organization's own servers are involved, the servers can log the ephemeral session keys generated during the handshake and securely share them with the security appliance. If client devices are involved, endpoint agents installed on employee devices can capture session keys and send them securely to the central monitoring system. Third, using the shared session keys, the security appliance can decrypt the TLS traffic passing through it, analyze the plaintext content for potential IOCs or IOAs, e.g., known malicious file signatures, suspicious command and control domains, or anomalous API usage, and re-encrypt the traffic before forwarding it to its destination. Finally, during the inspection, if the security appliance detects an IOC, such as an outbound connection to a known malicious IP address, it can block the connection or alert the cybersecurity team to take further action. When using session key sharing, security teams gain full visibility into encrypted traffic, enabling the detection of malicious payloads, phishing attempts, or data exfiltration. The method respects the security guarantees of TLS by decrypting traffic only within the trusted inspection environment and re-encrypting it before transmission. Session key sharing requires careful handling to avoid introducing vulnerabilities. The shared keys must be transmitted securely to the security appliance to prevent interception by unauthorized parties. In many cases, endpoint agents must participate in capturing session keys, adding complexity to deployment. Organizations must ensure this approach complies with data privacy regulations and does not unnecessarily expose sensitive user information. These techniques, while effective to varying degrees, require careful implementation to balance visibility with privacy and compliance. Each approach comes with its own trade-offs in terms of complexity, resource requirements, and ethical considerations, underscoring the need for a multifaceted and adaptable cybersecurity strategy. That's it for this video. Again, if you liked what you saw, please give me a thumbs up. And until next time, be careful what you click.